Okay, so welcome to today's dev stream. Again, for some reason the camera is not recording, so unfortunately I'll have to do today's stream without camera again. I'm not entirely sure what has changed. I mean, on my screen I can see the image from the webcam over here, but on the stream recording it is just a green rectangle. So I'm guessing it's sort of a driver issue or so. Not entirely sure. Anyway, so since this isn't working, let's close it and let's begin developing. So today I'm going to implement the first module which was voted for in the in-game survey, and this is the autoloader module. So the autoloader module has won the competition, and it is a module which will attach to other modules and which will increase the firing rate of a weapon. So in order to implement this, I need to make a module graphics, I need to add it to the game, and since modules which have synergies are not yet implemented in the game, I need to sort of implement that linked module mechanic to the game as well. Then I will add the actual effect, test it, and deploy it, obviously. Have I tried different capture method for the camera? Well, I'm not using ops, I am using Simple Screen Recorder, which is a very nice Linux program. I guess I could try to upgrade the software. I haven't made an update in a while, but I'm not entirely sure. I guess I'll have to experiment a bit after the stream. So I was sort of hoping that it would have, resolved itself while I was, doing something else, but obviously it did not. So speaking of which, I can do an update later on. Okay, so unfortunately no camera again today. Okay, so let's get started. So first I'm going to make a graphic for the autoloader module. It's going to be a 1x1 graphic, so it's going to be very small. Again, I'm going to start by making a height map type graphic. And since there will probably be other modules which will have a linking synergy effect, I'm going to try to develop sort of a general theme to the module graphic. I'm not entirely sure yet what I should base it on. I guess the chain module looks sort of nice. I do not really have a ready-made sketch for the module yet, so I'm sort of doing it as we go. Yes, I'm going to base it on this one. Call it autoloader. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm sort of assuming that the module which we will connect to will be in front of this module. So yeah. Oh, hello, by the way, Tommy. Good to see you. Yeah, I've seen on Twitter that you did some performance optimization for Battlefleet Engineer. Does the performance profiler tool you use have functionality to see and filter execution times for single function calls? So the tool I've been using is Visual VM, which is a free tool, but it's I guess pretty specific for Java. And don't know if it has some screenshots, but basically you can set it up in a way that it logs and measures individual function calls. So yeah, I guess in that way you can sort of track down specific functions which take too long and which cause frame drops and other problems. What I found very hard in general is to profile OpenGL calls and graphic stuff in general because of the way OpenGL works and you know how it is usually executed, not in a separate thread in a way. I mean, you send commands to the graphics card, but you don't really know when it is executed, and in effect you cannot really tell what is causing slowdowns and so on. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue here. For some reason it's not really snapping to the grid, which is a bit annoying. I have no idea why. Because it is actually... it should actually be enabled. Really strange. I have no idea why it isn't snapping to the grid. It's really annoying. We'll try a different. Okay, so it is attaching to the grid here, but not on the other one. The settings seem to be the same. Very strange. Let me just test if it's the same with other graphics. Okay. So apparently it only affects these guys. Okay, so apparently clicking on everything here has solved it. Very nice. Okay, let's click on everything here again. Okay, now it is sort of attaching, but it's attaching to something wrong. It's actually really confusing. Okay, now it's working. Really disturbing. Okay. Okay, so I want to make it very clear to which side it connects. So I'm going to make this sort of directly overlap with the module on top. And going to add these stripes here to the side. Okay. Guess I can make more of these. Maybe like this. Okay. Make this a bit brighter. And by brighter I mean higher, of course, in the later state of the process. Guess I will put these down a layer. Okay. So these will look like little bars or beams coming from the bottom and going to the top of the module. Let's just copy it and put it on the left side. Okay. So I guess this is going to be sort of the base of the whole synergy module stuff. Just put another bar over here. Let's rotate it a bit. Okay, like this, I guess. Okay, let's group everything. And now let's make the actual autoloader part. I had sort of an image here on Google Maps. So I mean, obviously it's sort of hard to make like a universal autoloader module, because every web module is going to be different, and most of these autoloaders are sort of referring to mechanically loaded bullets and other stuff. So I'm sort of going to take this as a baseline, I guess. So I'm going to make like long tubes which are stuck on each other and which have this general cylinder shape, I guess. Okay, so let me add a cylinder shape. Okay. So for some reason I can't see it. It's strange. Okay. Okay, I guess like this. I guess this one is a bit more fitting. Or maybe not. To be honest, I'm not completely sure how this new gradient tool works. I mean, how are you supposed to change the colors of it? Is it just... Ah, maybe here? No. Very strange. Very strange. I mean, it still does have the old gradients, but I'm not sure how I can really add new stuff to it. Wait a second, I just have to figure out how it works now. Okay, so I'm sorry, I missed your comments. Okay. Dot trace. Well, to be honest, I don't have a lot of experience with profiling in general, so I'm not really sure how dot trace works. I guess what you can do is sort of track it manually if you have a certain suspicion that a certain function is causing the problems. You could just manually record the time when it is called and when you leave the function, and just record it manually to see if you can find the function causing the problems that way. Yes, so I think the autoloader will be sort of a passive bonus module. It will automatically attach to the module it can improve. And yeah, I think that's about it. Fire rate of energy weapons would be mostly limited by cooling. Yeah, you're right actually. I do not really have any sort of thermal simulation in the game yet. So maybe it will come in the future, but for now it will only increase the energy consumption and increase the fire rate. So I'm not going to make any elaborate simulation at the moment. Okay, so let's figure out how it works. Gradient editor. If you go to edit that gradient, okay, now I see. It is actually here in this status bar, I think. So I have different stops. Okay, and now I can select a color full stop. It's like a super non-intuitive choice, I think. But can I actually change it? Huh? Okay, I guess I can change it here, but it's like super slow for some reason. Okay, anyway, it seems to be working now, so I'm not going to question it any further. Okay, and let's make it a tiny bit blurry. It's actually much too blurry. Okay. Okay, I guess like this. Okay, since it's a height map, the bottom part should not be darker than the thing it is sitting on. So I guess like this. Okay. I'm going to make it a bit smaller. Then we will duplicate it, mirror it, and put it together. So this is sort of supposed to be one of the barrels of the water loader. Let's group it. Let's duplicate it once more. Not completely satisfied with it. Okay, so I'm going to make another gradient on top. Honestly, this seems sort of broken, I'm not quite sure. I mean, because it's like really slow and also seems a bit unintuitive. Anyway. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is sort of what I was aiming for. Let's group it and make it a little bit fuzzy. Okay, so yeah, okay. Okay, so let me try exporting it and let's see how it looks. Huh? Did I not export it? Okay, there we go. And again, let's use our beautiful script. Let's deactivate the lights. And let's turn down the shadows by a lot. Okay, highlights seem to be sort of working. Let's turn down the general outline. Let's turn down this. Okay. Okay. It is sort of working. I think I would like to have a bit of highlight here. Yeah, it's almost working, but I would like to have a little bit of contrast here in the middle. So I'm going to add something more here. Maybe like a little dent or something. Basically a bit which is just a little darker. So okay. Make it a bit darker like this. Okay. Yeah, that should work, I think. Let's copy it again. Okay. And let's export it again, and let's re-import it. Oops. Okay, nice. So the experiences making graphics is that you sort of want to have a balanced contrast level throughout your graphics, which is why I'm sort of happy that we have a little bit of detail here in the middle. Okay, I think it looks sort of nice. Going to increase the level of contrast here a bit. Okay, I think this should be good. Then let's make a normal map. Where was it? Normal map. Okay. I think it was this one. It was like 0.3. 0.2. Yeah, I think this looks sort of nice as a normal map. Okay, and I think this should be sort of it. So clean up a bit. Let's remove these layers which we do not need. And let's export, save everything as autoloader XCF. Let's export the base image as autoloader PNG. And yeah, let's export the normal map. And finally, I sort of want like color highlights, but unfortunately, I need to manually make them. So basically, the color highlights will just be these central stripes. So let's mark them. How do I do it? Okay, like this. And now let's fill them. Yeah, exactly. Okay. This is actually sort of what I want. Okay, nice. So let's export it through the autoloader mask. And that should be about it. I mean, we have to check if it fits together with the rest of the module graphics. But for now, I'm sort of satisfied, and I'm going to add it to the game. Ah, damn. Okay. Okay, so let's go to just take a random module and let's save it as autoloader MJava. I'm not yet entirely sure what type of module it's going to be. I mean, drive, it's not drive, it's not defense. Maybe it's energy. Yeah, I guess let's put it in energy, because we do not really have a lot of energy modules, so that would be nice. Okay, autoloader. And let's remove all this stuff. And let's remove this stuff. Basically, it's just delete everything over here. Yeah. Okay. So, is controllable is false, because it is always on, so to say, big. Available to AI is false at the moment, because I'm not quite sure yet how it should be placed in the ship evolution. Energy generation -1 is okay. And now we just need to add it to the game, which would be here. Autoloader class. And then we also need to add it to the research tree. Yeah, which we can do in a minute. We have to make some locales for it. So autoloader. And description is increases the firing rate of an attached weapon. Okay. Okay, nice. So let's also add a German locale while we're at it. Where is it? Here. Actually, I have no idea what the German word for it is. Wait, let me check. If there even is a German word for it. Yeah. I guess someone who knows will point it out to me at some point. Okay. So it should actually already be in the game now. If I compile it. So let's see. Okay, so the new textures should now be added to the game files. Okay. Okay, so I guess I have to activate cheats for now. Which I cannot do for a moment. Wait a second. Okay. Okay, so let's test it. So for testing purposes, I'm going to have fireball in the front, and a fireball on the side, and to the side one I'm going to attach the autoloader, which is not here, but should be here, okay? I guess maybe I will need to... do I need to add it to the research system in order for it to show up? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe that is so. Okay, so let's find a place for it in the research system. Oh, I think I can put it to the missile launcher. So missile launcher would give the autoloader and the autoloader would give the missile array. I think that makes sense. Okay, so let's put it there. Research system. Missile array, okay. So here we have autoloader. Would be like 2000, I guess. The autoloader would give the missile array. Okay. Let's see if it works. Okay, it is now in the research tree over here. That's nice. And I guess I also need to make it much more expensive than it is now. Let's see if it is also here in the editor now. And it is. Nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, so of course at the moment the module shouldn't do anything, it just looks nice, which is here, and yeah. Okay, so the first part is sort of done. Now we need to add some functionality to the module. So adding it to the game is also done. Yeah, well... Okay, I think this is going to be sort of hard. I'm not entirely sure yet how I can best do it. So currently there is no real linked module mechanic in the game. So I basically have to add detection to see which modules are connected. I need to make sure that the effect is applied. And I need to make sure that it isn't applied multiple times if you move the module around or do stuff with it. Which is going to be tricky. Okay, so first things first, we need to detect if it is connected to another module. And there basically should already be code for this in the Revolut joint, because it is sort of the same. Okay, let's see how it is done here. We have a find connected chip part function. It's not quite the same. Find connected chip part, okay. Is child, okay. Okay, so we can basically steal this function and add it to our autoloader. Well, at which point do we do it? This is actually trickier than I thought. Valid placement. Okay, find connected chip part. So first of all, we need to make a check if it is placed in a correct position. And it is a valid placement if there is no ship part, or if it is, so let's call this find connected module, if this is not null. Okay. So let's make a find connected module function, and this function will work. So first of all, if ship part is null, then we return null, and if it is not, we go through all the modules which are part of this ship part. Okay, and for each module we basically do this. Okay, behind, okay. Yeah, that should basically be what we need. So if all contains behind find, then we return M, and if no module matched, then we return null. Okay, so what has changed? Well, we should get an error pointing in the correct direction when we select the autoloader, and the autoloader should be shown as being incorrectly placed when we put it in a position where it is not connected to the Fireball module. Okay, let's test it. Okay, so invalid placement, correct placement. Nice. Oh, I just realized that the errors are gone for some reason. So usually there should be like arrows pointing where the weapon will fire, but they are gone. Let me see. Okay, shield is still working, but the other modules are gone. Okay, let's fix this while we're at it. Okay. So basically this should be the code where it is drawn. Yeah, and it's already sort of obvious why there is a mistake here. Get point buff is not correct. Yeah, we need to use get point here. Okay. So in case you're wondering, get point buff is sort of a buffered function where it uses a preset vector in order to do the work, which is very nice because it is fast and it doesn't require Java to create a whole lot of vectors as it goes. But the downside is that there's only one buffer, and if you have two calls in the same line, the second call basically overrides the buffer from the first call. So while being very performant, it is just not working. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming the hint will be working now. And this detection stuff is also working already. Now, for the hard part. Or maybe it's not so hard. I'm actually not quite sure yet. I mean, the naive approach would be to just check if we have applied the effect already. And if it has not been applied, then we just take the connected module and if the module is not null, and if the module is a weapon, abstract module weapon, then we just increase the firing rate. That should actually be it. I'm actually interested to see if it's really that simple. Okay, so a weapon has weapon energy per shot, damage, mass, rebound, speed, lifetime, min delay, weapon range, and so on. So I guess we just have to reduce this minimum delay in order to increase the firing rate. Yeah, actually that should be it. Let's try it. And let's just divide it by 2 to see if it works. Okay. Hi Camo, good to see you. I think a big problem which we'll run into is that under certain circumstances the effect will be applied multiple times, which is of course not what we want, but we sort of have to check it in order to avoid it. Okay, so the hints are working again. Maybe a bit big for some reason. Okay, it doesn't seem to... Yeah, okay. Okay, it's not working in the editor. Because in the editor the modules are not actually executed. So if I want the tooltip to change, I sort of need to... Yeah, okay, let's test it. See if it works in-game. And it does. It does. Wait, let's make it a bit more clear. Let's make this one red and this one green. Okay. So the red one is firing twice as often as the green one. And you're putting up the really hard questions. Does it stack? Well, let's see. Yes, it does stack. Whoa. Okay. Well, I guess this sort of stacking is a bit overpowered, I guess. But maybe it is not. I mean, it depends on... it depends on the strength of the effect. But I guess we have to sort of make like an upper limit to how many autoloaders you connect to it. I mean, let's try a few more. Let's add a bit more solar power, just for fun. A few batteries, I guess. Yeah, actually really awesome. Let's try to kill some asteroids or so. Whoa. It's really overpowered. I like it. But I guess it's a bit too much. Yeah, they should affect other modules, other weapons as well. Let's try the... let's try the resonance cannon. And let's try it up and go. Whoa. It should work with almost any weapon, I think. I'm not entirely sure about the mine layer, but for the other warriors it should work. Okay, so how do we prevent it from just destroying everything when we add multiple autoloaders to it? I guess we have to keep track of how many of these modules are linked to the target module, and we have to prevent it from how do I say it? To prevent it from I have to prevent it from having too many modules at once. Okay. Finally that can is useful. Actually, why do I have multiple fireballs here? It's a bit strange. Anyway. Okay, so let's make a list of connected modules. So let's just make a new linked modules, new linked list of abstract module. Okay, and we have to make sure that when a module is cloned and the clone receives a new list. This is important because otherwise we will get all sorts of different problems later on. And when we execute the autoloader and when we attach it, find connected module. Okay, if m is not null and m dot connected modules size is smaller than 3, for example, then we add it and yeah, we have the same effect. Auto mid-range laser. Yeah, currently every autoloader is doubling the fire rate. I mean, this doubling is not going to be the final strength of the module because it would just be extremely overpowered. But let's see if this limiting factor works. While it's compiling, I'm going to get something to drink. I'll be right back. Damage booster, range booster, drone speed booster. Yeah, actually, I'm really excited to make a lot of new booster modules. Okay, so it didn't compile. Okay, I call it linked modules here, not connected modules. Fair enough. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go back to the fireball. I still don't know why there are two fireballs here. Whatever. And how can we test it? Okay, I guess I'm going to make a copy here on the right side. I only have 3. And let's see if they fire at the same rate. Okay. It seems to be. I guess I can test it. Yeah, it seems to be the same rate. I mean, the energy seems to be depleting at the same rate. It's still overpowered as hell, but yeah. And it's also really good for propulsion now. Wait, can I steer to the enemy just using this? Almost. Okay, laser is requested. Okay, laser, let's do it. I just want to see the fireworks module before that. Wait a second. Okay, now the laser. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure if it will work with the laser completely, so let's see. It is not completely working with the laser. I think the problem is that the firing rate cannot be faster than 1 per second, 1 per frame, I mean. And it is already really fast. But let me check it actually. Wait a second. So the laser is 0.015, yeah, which is too low for it to have an effect. Which is a shame actually. And amplifier then. This is actually not so easy to fix, so yeah, I guess the autoloader will not work with energy weapons then. So let's add it to the game, to the description. Weapons, okay. Context. If my game is running slow, will it have less DPS? Wait a second. There is a minimum FPS of 30, I think. Wait, let me check it. Execute. Where is it? Update. Okay, so there's a minimum of 30 per second. Yeah, you are correct. So it's actually not how it should be. Yeah, you are correct. The laser seems to do less damage if you have a low frame rate, which is obviously not how it should be. It's very irritating. I should really fix this. This is actually not really good. I guess I can just fix it by improving this function. I can make this a while instead of an if. And last file is world time. Well, almost. Is minimum of last fired plus weapon min delay and world time. Yeah. Or maybe in general like this. Yeah, maybe it's fixed now. Let's test it. Your projectiles don't carry the energy information themselves. Well, the projectiles do have damage and mass, but the energy which was required is not really given to the modules themselves. Okay, let's test it. It still doesn't really seem to work, I think. Wait a second. So, while world time is last fired like this, okay. Power 8, okay. And we have enough energy, okay. Last consumed. Okay. I mean, I think it should work now, so I'm not entirely sure. So let's just output the time. to see. Yeah, that's right. We could also use the energy consumption as a test to see if it works. Okay. Okay, so what is happening here? Last fired. Time. I'm a bit confused. Wait a second. Let me add a bit more output here. Min delay. Yeah, the fireball was on the right. That was indeed firing fast, but okay, so it is only firing once per frame for some reason. Let's cancel this. So last fired is like this. Min delay is really small. Last fired is updated correctly, but for some reason it is still not executing this function again. Which is a bit strange, I think. Okay, so after this is done, so after we are here, last fired is now like this, and this plus this is still lower than this, so why is it not being executed again? I don't understand. Okay, so let's just test it the hard way. Okay. So this is the first condition, the second condition, and the final condition. And let's test of each of them before this is tested again. Okay. I mean, part of the problem with the lasers is also that apparently they do less damage if you have low frames per second, which is not so optimal, I think. Okay, so apparently the first condition is not met. World time minus last fired greater than min delay. I don't get it. Why is it? So here last fired is 0.415. Then we add this. And now it is suddenly 431. This makes no sense. This makes no sense at all. Sort of getting really confused now. Let's try another one. Yeah, I guess for the laser module, the increased firing speed is basically just damage upgrade. So it's not very exciting, unfortunately. Okay, what? What? Okay, so last fight 2 is the same as 1, then it is increased, and suddenly it is the same as world time. So between 3 and 4 it is increasing for some reason. Okay, so apparently fire weapon does something which changes firing time. Okay. guess we have to search where it is changed. Okay. Ah, okay, it is right here. Okay, so if it is done like this, the weapon cannot fire more than once per turn. But I'm not sure if this line is required actually, because we already have this here at the main execution thingy. Okay, let's see if it works now. So I guess either it is working now, or we get like infinite shots, which would also be fun. Okay, so by the way, what do you think? How strong should the effect of the autoloader be? I mean, given that you can have 3 at once, and given that the effect stacks. I mean, like having doubling is obviously too strong, because we have like 8 times the original strength now. Doesn't really seem to work anyway. Let's test it again. They are 1 by 1 size wise. And I guess at some point there will be like rare and superior versions which have a stronger effect. Okay, it's working now, so we can have multiple shots in the same frame, I guess. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think 25% seems about right. So let's just see if we have so 25% would mean we have plus 130% damage in total. Let's try a few different ones. So 20% would have plus 95%. 30% would be plus 190%. So let's just okay. So either way, we have to put this into a variable. Speed increase. Let's try 25 for now. Speed increase, okay. And we also need to put it in the tooltip of the module. module fire rate increase %. And what was it called? Speed increase. Firing rate increase. Rate increase, okay. Module fire rate increase, okay. Okay, we can remove part about it not working with beam weapons. So okay. Okay. So let's see if it works. So now there should be little tooltips, yep, and there are. Firing rate increase, fire rate inc 25%. Okay, nice. I guess we need to make it much more expensive, because I think it is quite powerful. Increase the cost by a factor of 3. And yeah, finally let's just test if it works with different modules. Okay, it's not going to work with the carrier. Railgun should work. Let's see how the missile module works now, the missile array module. Oops. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. So basically it drains the complete energy in about 1 frame, which may be a bug. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is probably a bug. Wait a second. Does it affect all modules? Okay. I think I know what the problem is, and it's a problem which Okay, wait a second. So basically, we have to... So basically the problem at the moment is that so basically last fired is beginning at 0, and it is firing until this is filled up, and basically it is sort of catching up to all the shots which it could have done since time 0, which is obviously not correct. But I'm not quite sure how to fix it without destroying this part again. I think like this, maybe, as sort of a lower bound for this. Let's test it. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to add more modifiers to the game. I mean, now that the base mechanic is sort of implemented, it would be very easy to do. So okay, I guess it's correct now. So let's continue our scientific experiments. So okay, so it seems to work with the missile launcher. Very nice. Yeah, by the way, let's make a list. Let's make a list of all the possible booster modules which we could make. So we could have damage booster module. Increases damage of connected weapon. What else do we have? Range booster module increase range of connected weapon. What else did we have? I know you had some other suggestions. Fire, load, range, damage. Yeah. Speed. Module. Increase speed of projectiles, I guess. Which is actually sort of the same as increasing the range, but still. And thruster booster module, increase speed of stars. Okay. Projectile speed, okay. Okay. But I guess we can just add more as things go along, and yeah. Okay, so let's do some more testing, and if everything works, we're sort of done for today, which is great. So let me close this stuff. Gradients, okay. Autoloader. Don't need R anymore, I think. Yes, we have like a plus 140% total. Did I write damage? I think I had damage on the list. Not entirely sure now. Okay, so what other weapons do we have? Resonance cannon. Okay. Yeah, resonance cannon seems to work. I mean, obviously we have to see if it is overpowered or not. I mean, the downside is that these booster modules consume energy themselves. Not much, but still. And obviously the weapon energy consumption is per shot. So basically it also consumes 130% more energy now. Which is almost, yeah, which is about almost the energy which is generated by 4 or 5 of these modules. Yeah, and Red Nebula may not be the ideal place to test it. Laser, what we have it? I think it shouldn't work with the mine layer and the carrier. Yeah. Okay, fireworks gun. Yep. Could be pretty strong. Could be pretty strong. Nice. Energy sword should work. Same as the laser. Yeah, correct. It is 1 energy per second per booster module plus the increased damage consumption per module. So I guess the real advantage is that you can, fit these into spots where you have a lot of space left, or you can build a more compact chip. Yeah, seems to work on the energy sword. Let's try one more to make sure. Yeah, this might actually be a bit overpowered, I'm not sure. Let's try an asteroid. It might be sort of overpowered, but yeah. Okay. I see some downsides. Okay, so when the boosters get destroyed, the effect is still intact, which is a bit annoying. Okay. This is the first bug which we sort of have to deal with. It's really annoying. Okay, so I guess yeah, okay. This is probably not the only problem which we will have, but whatever. Okay, so when the module is destroyed and if we are connected, then we have to increase the minimum delay again. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I guess autoloaders are also not built in a day, so. Okay, what could other sources of problems be? I guess it's sort of okay. Wait. I'm not exactly sure what will happen if you have a module and well, I guess someone will find out. I mean, compared to real autoloaders, I have it easy, so yeah. I guess let me test it using the Fireball module. I mean, can we carefully destroy just the autoloaders? It's probably not a good idea. Okay. It still looks very fast, actually. Need to have I need to have like a benchmark outloader here. Benchmark Fireball. I had one, but I lost it. Well. Okay. Yeah, I guess it did work. It was much slower last time. Okay, one. Yeah, you're right. It's still going to be a bit faster because of the one behind the front one. That's not correct, actually. It's still more than double the firing speed of the other guys. Okay. So apparently this was not correct. Destroyed. Even more destroyed. Ship part remove. It may well be that we need to do our custom destroy code before we use the destroy code of the module, because it may change stuff which we still need. Just to make sure, let's just make this as a debug output so we can see if it is called. Yeah, I mean, otherwise it should work. Let's try it again. Well, actually not. I mean, I can remove the one behind the fireball module. Good, okay. Okay, so for some reason the function is not called. And I have no idea why. I'm an idiot. Yeah, there's a parameter to the function. And yeah, so I didn't override the function, I just accidentally, yeah. Well. Okay. Okay, so try it again. We need our output. Okay, so it should be a bit slower now. And yeah, they are all firing at the same rate now. Okay, that bug is fixed, I guess. When do you tally each round votes? So basically the surveys are changed when I change them in the game and upload a new patch. So it sort of depends on when I do the patch, but it's usually going to be like Friday, I think. Friday seems to be a good time. I mean, it gives me sort of the possibility to, you know, prepare something if I need to, and yeah. Okay, let's try a few more guns just to make sure. Scattergun should be nice. Whoa. I like it. It's sort of like these 90s type bullet hell shooter thingies. And it has a lot of recoil. Yeah. Okay. And finally, missile launcher. I wonder why I have these modules twice. Seems sort of redundant. I guess I know why. Okay, doesn't make too much of a difference for the In what way has the scattergun annoyed you? Ah, okay, you mean because you cannot put it like next to stuff, I guess. I'm not quite sure, is it really 180 degrees? I think it is 180 degrees, but the shots spawn in front of the module, so it's more like this arc. Okay, wait a second. I know. Okay, research system. Get available modules. All start nodes, all researched modules. Okay. This is actually only a bug that occurs when you're cheating like I'm doing at the moment. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Super solar panels. Okay, problem with the energy consumption. Let's see. I guess I should add a little graphical effect to the module when it is working. I think that would be nice. Yeah, actually I should do that. But first let me test the energy consumption. I mean, I have added a lot of stuff here, energy-wise, so I guess it might work. But let's make it more simple. Let's see. Let's take the fireball. So peak energy per second should be 4, and energy generated by a solar panel is 3. So if I delete them, so now we have a generation of 6 in total, and it should be 4 if we would not have these guys. But when we have the autoloader, it should be 4 times 170%, or whatever it was. So now it should deplete it when we fire front, and not deplete it when we fire right. So let's see. So if we fire right, we are okay. If we fire front, it depletes the energy. Yeah. So it seems to be, the energy consumption aspect seems to be correct for me. Okay, but what I want to do is I want to make a graphical effect to the module. Render top, render effect. Yeah. Wait a second, which modules do we have which have a similar effect? I think the laser has a similar effect? No. Thruster is sort? No. Wait a second, do we have a module which has a similar effect? Not sure anymore. Let's try this one. Okay. Px, py, sx, sy.